Entire Tassadar fellow tossers, and only the English should get that joke. Maybe the Americans understand what a tosser is, but I just figured that out right now, so that was a bit of an improv. Nah, never mind. I'm not going to explain it. But no offense to you guys. I'm not calling you actual tossers. Anyway, today we have a game between Fade and Manti, and we're not going to be looking at the specifics of this game. We're just going to be. I'm using this game as a tutorial, basically, in order to be able to explain the tactic which is used widely nowadays against Terran, as Terran is able to do whatever they want to do. They're extremely versatile. So this is currently Protoss's answer to that versatility, which is a fast expand as Protoss against Terran. And let me state for the record that it's very important when doing this kind of tactic to make sure that the Terran isn't piling on massive early pressure. So you need to be able to scout. You need to be able to scout. You need to be able to scout very effectively and make sure that he's not going all in, because if he's going all in, it's going to be extremely hard to defend against. And I'm like wagging my finger at the screen whilst doing this in some kind of strange political motion. Anyway, the point is, currently what we see Fade doing, and thank you for Fade for providing me with this replay. I actually casted one of his games a bit ago, and since then we've become good friends. So our acquaintances, or whatever you may call friends over the internet, into friends. No, that sounds kind of sexy. Sexy? What am I on about? Anyway, ignore me. Sexy? That's weird. Incesty. Yeah, there you go. Incest. Haha. Anyway, as you can see, Fade is doing a very standard opener for Protoss. I believe he got this gate around 12 or 13. So, again, when you're wanting to do this fast expand against Terran, you're looking to do a very standard opener. However, it does change slightly going into the 4-5 minute mark, which we will see very soon. As you can see, our Terran on the production tab is just getting his orbital command, doing something very standard, getting his first marine down, but I'm not going to focus on the Terran too much. We just want to look at exactly what the Protoss is doing. So we do see that cybernetics core going down on 19. However, normally I would like to see that going down on 18, but personal preference perhaps. Fade is a diamond player and is doing very well for himself. Anyway, we do see Manti's scout coming in now. Not seeing anything too fishy going on. It's very nice for a Protoss player to be able to kill this scout before you actually do any kind of teching or expanding or anything like that. So bear that in mind. It's very important to kill that first scout before you actually do anything, and very nice actually there. The SCV got a bit unlucky popping out, going around the corner just as that Zealot was popping out. So we do see a robo facility now going down for Fade, and there are two variations really of this. You can go gateway, or gateway cybernetics core gateway, or gateway cybernetics core robo, and just getting that warp gate technology out as quick as possible, like any Terran should do really. And we do see a second gateway now going down. So basically what you see here is a 2-gate robo into expansion, and you can use the robo either for that first observer if you think that the Terran is going to be doing something especially tricky, or you can use it for that first immortal if you think a bit of pressure is going to come early on in the game. So it's very once you do have these in play, you're going to need to be able to save up for that first expansion, as well as be able to get some units out to support the defences early on in against the Terran. So as you can see here, he is getting a few. Fade is getting a few sentry. Oh my god, I'm so tongue-tied during this game. So sorry, but we do see a few stalkers out as well as a zealot, and that second gateway has just gone up. This warp gate is now almost on its way, and we do see now this first nexus coming out for Fade. There is another variation of this. You can either wait until you've got 4 or 5 units here, or you can wait until you've got like 10 to 12 units. Some people find that kind of waiting for those gives them a more secure expansion, but again, as you can see here, Fade has got 2 stalkers and 2 zealots, whilst the Terran only has 5 marines and a siege tank. So you know, it would be very much an even fight if the Terran were to push right now, in effect. So you can secure this fast expansion as I say, unless the Terran is doing something ridiculously all-in. So you need to be able to scout effectively, as I said before, and make sure that the Terran isn't doing something ridiculously all-in. So once this once this expansion is up, you're effectively wanting to out-macro the Terran player, and this is an extremely powerful strategy against a lot of Terran players nowadays. As Terrans, a lot of Terrans do like to bunker up, and hunker down with siege mode and bunkers and things like that, and even throwing a missile turret down here just to make sure no DT action's going to play a part in the game. And we do see this observer now going out of range of the missile turret. Nice use of the observer there. Would like to see that go in and then come back out, since there is no point in it just sitting around there. And we do see now, as this expansion does go up, and another good thing to note about this expansion tactic is he only has one gas, and if you do only get one gas, it's a lot more easy to afford this fast expansion, as well as just kind of reinforcing at the front with these units. And as you can see here now, Manti is moving out across the map, and this observer does see everything. And this is the great kind of advantage of going this 2-gate robo build. You can get that early observer out, you can follow around effectively the Terran's units. I'm surprised he hasn't scanned and just killed that observer, but you can see what's coming effectively. And we do see now Stimpack is being researched for the Terran. So you can prepare basically for what is going on, and some Protoss players do enjoy kind of like throwing down some extra cannons in order to be able to reinforce this even better. And another thing I should mention about this fast expand tactic is, once that fast expand does go down, it's quite advisable to get that second gas, since you will want to produce out of more buildings than the original ones that you did create. These units just moving up here, and he does have siege tech, so he's going to be leapfrogging, no doubt, like any good Terran should do. I've said like any good Terran or like any good Protoss should do a lot in these games, but it doesn't matter too much. But as you can see here, Fade now, with this expansion up, has a clear advantage, not only in economy, but in production of the units that he can produce. He's teching up, he's getting more gateways. These units now moving in, but these Immortals are going to be... these Immortals will be able to shred through these siege tanks, providing great support to these units. And as you can see here, it's a very one-sided victory for Fade. These Marines were not microing back, but I believe he was trying to get these units back, since he was unable to secure a kind of the fast rush that he wanted to be able to. And this is effectively the kind of power of the fast expansion tactic for a Protoss player against a Terran. Because now the first push has been vanquished, and now the Terran has realised that there is an expansion down there, so he needs to be able to catch up, but it's not going to be of any use at this point. We do see a lot of units now moving in order to be able to kill that Artaros Mech statue, and that was his sole goal. He didn't want to kill these units, he just wanted to kill that statue. But nice kiting there, I suppose, from the Terran. But now Fade's just going to move back. He has a massive advantage at this point, and if you're a Protoss player at this point, you have a huge advantage with this fast expansion up for all this time in comparison to the Terran's time of having no expansion. So you can sit back effectively. You could even expand again if he wanted to. He has plenty of minerals. And although that being said, not doing a great job of sorting out minerals there, but it doesn't matter too much at this point. This is just to demonstrate how powerful that this can be against a Terran player. Now even going Dark Shrine for the lols, I suppose. Throwing down a few pylons in order to make sure he doesn't get Psylocked, and throwing down a few more gateways. Nice, actually. I like this building placement here from Fade, because it stops a lot of harassment routes from, like, say, Hellions coming in or whatever. If Hellions were to be dropped in the back or anything like that, they would only have this small little window to get out of the mineral line. And now, as I said before, throwing down this second expansion, which again stands a Protoss player against a Terran player in very good stead. You do see this drop going along here, but now the Protoss is grabbing his Zealot charge as well as more Immortals. Hell, why not? And as I said, the Dark Shrine before. So this expansion has only effectively just got going, and as you can see here, the macro versus micro style of the Terran is just annihilating, in effect, what the Terran can actually do. This drop is going in here, and it is quite scary, actually. Let's see how he deals with this. He should be moving these units up very soon, but it's going to get a few pylons, I believe. He probably should go for the robotics bay, or even the probes, but it seems the Terran's quite happy with killing a few pylons. All these units going to come here now and destroy these units. I'm surprised he doesn't pick up all those units in order to save them. Let's speed this up a little bit because I want it in one video, because uploading a 1-2 minute video is a bit useless. Throwing down a forge now in order to be able to get some more upgrades for his troops, but the one thing I did forget to say was never ever ever stop making probes. Probes. If you can just keep making the probes, keep on making the probes constantly, you will stand yourself in good stead for the later mid to late game macro style. These DTs now going to get in the mix. I actually do like including DTs in my main army, because sometimes Terrans or Zergs don't actually realise that there's DTs in there. They just think there's Zealots, and they do huge amounts of damage if they go unchecked. And we do see now he's going to be moving in quite soon. This is quite a menacing force, but 1 or 2 of these tanks aren't sieged up. And this is going to be over very quickly. Zealot charge makes mincemeat of Terran units in general, and it seems like this is all but over. I'm going to just speed this up, see what goes on. Blah 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 blah. SCVs. More Zealots coming in. And yeah, so that was a tutorial on how to fast expand against. Oh, Manti doesn't like it. Fast expand against Terran. So I hope you liked it, and I hope you learned something, and I'll see you guys next time.